Hi. In today's video, I'm going to have a conversation with Divya Sharma, who is the Little Millennium franchisee owner in Pune, and find out what is the secret of her success story. Welcome, Divya, and
Hi, Sanket.
thanks for giving me this time to record this video. I know you have a busy schedule and you've just done with the sports day, but finally today we are on this video. So Divya, without wasting any time, I'm just going to quickly brief you why I'm doing this video. I have a YouTube channel on which this video will be published, and the main idea is for those who are planning to get into, specifically women entrepreneurs who are looking forward to get into a preschool business. So I want that with your experience of more than 10 or 12 years will actually help these newcomers to take decisions and in order to plan their marketing and many other things. So let's start. and
First of all, I'll put in Sanket, thank you for inviting me. And I'd like to correct something here. I will be completing 14 years on 1st of March this year. And 1st of March, we start off with our 15th year. And even before I got into preschool, I have been into education industry since probably 27 years now.
Oh, so Divya, that was actually my first question, and not really a question, but before we get into the technicalities of marketing, academics, I just wanted you to give a brief introduction about your background to all our viewers.
Background in the sense, Sanket, teaching is something that I always wanted to do, and I started off when I was just a fresh graduate with a school in Delhi, and that was just near my house. And somehow I got very much interested into that. I rose to a good position there as assistant to the center in charge. And
what is your educational background?
I have done my master's in MA and from Delhi University, and I have a BA degree from Delhi.
Okay.
So, that's how I got into doing B.Ed after my master's, because teaching was something that I wanted to do. Okay. But once I started off working here in Pune, I realized that teaching older kids is not something that I enjoy that much as I enjoy being with little ones. Okay. So that is how, when I had my own baby, I was like, I should have I should explore. I should not get stuck with school teaching. So that's how preschool came to my mind.
Okay.
I think most of the women entrepreneurs come into preschool industry because they want to do something when it comes to preschool education.
Yeah. So what was the year when you started? Which was your first year?
With EduCom's Roads to Wings, we started, we signed up the franchisee in December 2008.
Okay.
And been with them since then.
Okay.
The name has evolved from Roads to Wings to Little Millennium now, but it's been a long journey, a beautiful one.
Great. So, see, apart from your interest in the preschool industry, what was that one thing that clicked, and or maybe what kind of research you did? Because see, having an interest and doing a business in that particular field are two different things. Okay, so was there any research that you did in terms of the what kind of market this industry has, or from where to take the curriculum, or any kind of research you did before starting?
As I told you, Sanket, I did not do research with the point of view of starting up a preschool. I did the research when I was looking for a ideal preschool for my own son. When he was about to be the preschool, when he was a toddler, and I was looking for a preschool for him. Having been exposed to preschool and schools in Delhi when I was here in Pune, at that point of time in 2004, 2005, I could not find anything that I could, would want my own child to be exposed to. So that's how I did research at that point of time, what kind of preschools are around me and what kind of exposure I want for my own kid. And that was the only research I did. And when I saw that, there's so much more that can be done in this part of the town. And then I started looking for brands which were there. And even at that point of time, lots of brands were there. But the brand that I picked up was beautifully, the curriculum was beautifully designed. So as such, no research in terms of starting up. But yes, the groundwork was done way before I started.
Okay. So that's where when you decided to quit your job, or you had already quit?
No, I quit after I signed up.
Acha, okay. So till then you were working, and great. So again, you have partially answered my next question, but the next question was, why did you decide to take up a franchisee of an existing brand as compared to starting your own preschool?
When you're starting up a preschool without the brand, then you have to start doing things from a scratch. And there are chances of getting swayed into things that are not that important when it comes to starting up a new project. So definitely a brand makes a difference. You have a partner with you who knows how to guide you, who knows what is important, what to lay focus on, where to, divert your energies, and where to, which way to head. So that way, I was not that confident that I could, and I did not want to start up something, substandard.
Okay.
So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to start with a brand, because the brand could guide me. I had the talent, I had the energies, I had a vision, but I needed someone who was more organized, more planned, who knew how to take me further from where I was. So that was the reason why brand always helps instead of a preschool, standalone preschool or unbranded one.
Okay, so anyone who's maybe who comes from a teaching background of say 5-6 years, and she is planning to start her own preschool or basically get into a preschool business, what would be your advice? Should that person be taking up an existing brand just like you, or they should be plan to start their own brand? See why this question, I'll tell you, Divya, because I keep on consulting a lot of preschools, and there are many preschool owners who are into a brand. I get a lot of calls who say that now that we've done with 5 years, we know how things work, and now we want to shift to our own brand. And that is the time when it becomes very difficult, because first, you have already created that brand awareness in that particular locality, and after 5 years, it's like starting from complete scratch, creating a new brand and doing all the stuff all together right from the beginning. So that is where most of the preschools who want to shift from existing brand to their own brand, that is the challenge which they face. So in such case, what would be your advice? Because I can see it's been, you said you'll complete 14 years now, and you've been with the same brand, Little Millennium. So
I'll answer that with a very basic understanding that you work hard building a brand, and then you work hard and give all your hard work away to someone else, because the brand is not going to, stop there. If you leave the franchisee, the brand will come back again, and they will harp upon all of your hard work. They will take it away, and you are starting from a scratch again after 5 years, whereas someone else who will be starting up that preschool with that particular brand will have a plate already set. The field is already set for that brand over there, and the market is already there. So all your hard work goes away and you start from a scratch. So there's no point in doing that. I feel so, but everybody
no,
isn't.
I think that's a very, I would say, a very transparent and a clear answer. And even I feel the same, because if you're already working hard for a particular brand name and you're making that positioning in that particular area, it becomes a bit tough to again restart with a new name. And as you rightly said, the brand is not going to, if you are out of it, they'll bring some another franchisee, and in that same location they'll start, and as you said, they'll have a ready plate.
Yes.
So in your advice, if someone is planning to start a preschool this year or in future, what is it? So should they be taking up a brand, or they should be starting their own preschool?
See, if you go, my advice is again, to go with a brand. But then it depends on person to person what kind of future they're looking for. Is it a temporary thing, a temporary phase in their life, or are they going to make a very permanent part of their career? If you're dedicating just 4-5 years to a preschool, you might as well do something on your own. But if you're looking for a long-term solution, I think sticking to a brand would be a good idea.
Okay. Great. So before Divya, I move to the next question, just one request, please ask all the viewers to subscribe to this channel, and I'm sure you would be sharing this video with all your friends and colleagues. So the main intention of this YouTube video channel is there's no specifically any marketing video which is specifically for preschools, and that is what I'm planning to do, and that's how I plan to reach. So just request everyone to just subscribe to this channel.
Yes, please everyone, if you like what we've discussed here today, please do like and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, thanks. And do share this video with some other preschool owner, or maybe someone who is planning to start, because all my videos will really help them to take up decisions. Okay. Yes. So coming back to the question here, my next question is I think what major existing preschools would be interested in to know. I mean, it's related to marketing. Okay, but before you answer that question, I would like you to tell the viewers what is the how many preschools franchisee branches do you own right now, and what is your total count so far, and how has the growth happened? Like from first year, what was the enrollment count, and what is it today?
Okay, I have signed up franchisee for 3 Little Millennium branches. At present, 2 of them are functional, and the third one is in the offing. Both my centers are, my first center is around 200 enrollment.
The one in Nigdi?
The one in Nigdi Pradikaran is going to be touching 200 soon. And the second center is going to be just on the border of around 150. So the Hinjawadi branch is around 150, and Nigdi is going to be touching 200.
Wow.
So that's the number that we are having. And
so 350 is the current enrollment count considering both your branches.
Yes.
And I'm sure once the third branch comes up, my wishes are that within the first year it crosses century, and I'm sure that will happen. Because so coming back to
my first year when I started off the Nigdi branch, I think I was at 70 or 80. If I'm not very sure about the number right now, but it was way above the break even that I had expected. And the Hinjawadi branch.
Let me just interrupt here. So first year you said you had around 60-70 enrollments. Now usually,
I guess.
So usually in the first year, whoever gets into a preschool business, at least in the current situation that I'm, so maybe when you started 15 years back, there was less of competition and the situation was different. But today, there are preschool owners who are struggling to even reach that first 40, 50 break-even mark. So was there anything different that you did in that first year where it directly shoot up from like 70, 80?
No, I will say that when I started in 2008, we really had to struggle those days because
Okay.
there was no awareness about a branded preschool in 2008.
Right.
In major parts of the country. And it was only home run nurseries and home run aunties who used to have playgroup sort of environment.
Correct.
And most of the time parents used to look for formal schools when it came to nursery or KG admissions.
Right.
So very few of parents were wanting to put their children in a branded preschool. They did not understand how a branded preschool was different from a regular home run nursery or a playgroup. So I believe it's not that lack of branded preschools was the only reason. There are certain areas when you are starting up a preschool, one thing you need to keep in mind is the brand that you are taking, signing up with, and secondly, the area. What is the density of the area that you are targeting, and what is the, what kind of a clientele will you be having there? Is it mostly the seniors or the where the crowd is? It should be a mixed crowd. So you need to keep that in mind, the area, and of course the positioning of the preschool. These are three major factors that help when it comes to starting with a good number of enrollments in the first year, and this is through and through. So it does.
Of course, I think the academics, the curriculum that you use also must be playing a major role because.
Of course, yes, of course. The kind of time that you spend at the center, how much time your center is open. There were times in the initial years where my center was open from 8 to 8.
Oh, okay.
So if you start up a preschool thinking that it's a half-day job and I can wrap up things and go home at 1:30 or 2 o'clock, and then you think that you should be able to break even in the first year, then no, that will not happen. You have to give 8 to 12 hours.
It's not a part-time business, it's a full-time business.
Of time. Yes, anything new. So once you are settled and you have you are into the second year, third year, you have people in place who can take care of enrollments, then of course you can take half day or howsoever. But initial years, it has to be 10 to 12 hours.
Okay. So now, as you said, first year 70, 80, and today you are at 350. So how were you able to scale, and is there anything specific you did in marketing in order to generate leads, or just explain us that? See,
the biggest marketing that has been marketing strategy that has been with me through and through all these years has been word of mouth. Whatever we did, how we did, we had a very transparent policy when it came to doing things in the center, whatever curriculum, parent interaction, all these things helped us in building a good clientele. So word of mouth, if you are in high rises, works. It spreads like fire. So if you're doing good, if there's a particular kid in the society who's going out in the playground and playing with other children, everybody wants to know which school that child is going to. So word of mouth is something that stays with you through and through. When it comes to marketing strategy, of course, at times I'm very impulsive. Sometimes I spend a lot on marketing. Those are the times when I feel that not too many walk-ins are happening, what should be done. So I'm not very planned when it comes to marketing. I have never been. I have my partner who looks after that. So the marketing part, of course, my franchisor looks into that. If I'm not doing much in marketing, they do point it out that you need to do certain marketing strategies need to be put in place, and I do all of that, whatever is asked, whatever is possible at times. And there are days when I have so much planned in terms of marketing, but there's so much footfall happening that there's no time to execute it. So and sometimes you've done so much of marketing and the time has yet to come for it to show results.
Yeah.
So I will
But
not.
I mean, to
Proper
anyone,
answer when it comes to marketing.
anyone who plans to start a preschool or is into a preschool business, what is your advice? They should definitely have a dedicated budget every year for marketing, right?
Yes, of course, that is there. Every year, the beginning of the year, we have a marketing budget, we have our expenses and the marketing budget being set. We do exceed it at times. There have been times where we have given an X amount for marketing, but then we go overboard with it. Marketing doesn't only have to be when it is, banners and hoardings and digital marketing. Other than that, what you're doing at the center for the look and feel of the center again comes into marketing.
True.
Okay.
And usually, what is your split? Like out of 100%, how much do you spend on digital and how much do you spend on outdoor? Or is it that you're not spending anything on outdoor and complete on digital? How is it?
No. There's a shift from to
outdoor.
Digital, from outdoor to digital now.
Yeah.
So there's more of digital because everybody here around is more into what's there's Google ads or there's your own accounts and your
Facebook pages and
Facebook
Instagram.
and on Instagram. So of course, digital, there's more of a shift on digital now, but there is a certain clientele in my part of the city which responds very well to hoardings.
Okay.
So I do a lot of that. Paper inserts and all don't help me, but it's all subjective to the area.
Okay. So usually how is the split? Like 60-40 or how is it? If you're spending ₹1 lakh, then
I will say around 60 or maybe 70 would be for the digital, and 30 would be for the outdoor.
Okay, but again, as you rightly said, this percentage cannot be fixed because it depends on area to area.
Area to area, year to year.
Correct.
It was not the same initially when we started, but in the last 4-5 years, the digital marketing has come up to a large extent. So that's how the shift from 50-50 to 60-40, and now it's on the other way.
Perfect. Okay, so Divya, let's move on to our last question, and I think which is a very important question. After your experience of more than now 14 years in this industry, what is it that you would tell these new preschool entrepreneurs who are planning to set up? What is that advice that you would like to give them?
The one advice would be that be focused, be dedicated. Don't take up a preschool business like a hobby or that it's something easy. If you have focus, dedication, planning, of course, these are a few things that help a lot in the long run.
How important is it to have a partner? As in, is it like...
It's important to have a partner.
Yeah.
I feel it's important to have a good team with you. There are people you need in between for a lot of things, because preschool is something, it's more of a people's skill kind of a profile. You have to talk to parents, you have to convince them to send their little one to them. So when you're doing all that, sometimes you get swayed with that. So there should be someone else who's looking after the marketing. There should be someone else who's looking after and helping you with the academics. So of course, partner is always a good thing to have. Someone you can trust and someone with whom you have proper alignment of thought and vision.
Yeah. So I think in your case, your life partner and your business partner is the same. I know Rakesh, and since the time we know each other, I have known he's been a big support, right?
True, very true. See, I say that I've been blessed. Very few people in life enjoy what they do. I love what I do. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I'm blessed that my profession and my passion is the same. So that's what my advice is. If you love doing what you're doing, then anyways you're going to succeed.
Great. So thanks a lot, Divya, and we'll keep in touch. But I think this video is really going to help a lot of viewers. And to all my viewers, I would just like to say that if you have any questions which you want to ask Divya, you can definitely put them in the comments below so that she can directly reply to those comments. And yes, Divya, thanks a lot, and I wish you luck. So I wish you start the third center. What location are you planning to start this third center? In
that
Pune?
Is going to be in Ravet, Pune.
Ravet, okay. So again, a very good potential area. I'm sure you would reach the century in the first year itself. Those are my wishes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sanket. It was nice chatting with you, and thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah. So everyone, please, before I end this video, again, there's a request. Please click the subscribe button, hit the like button, and click the bell icon so that whenever I put up any such video, some interesting video, there's a notification that pops up and you get access to that video. So great. Thanks, Divya. Thank you so much.